Morning. So today I'm going to be having a bit of an odd job today because everything's getting incredibly overgrown. But before I do anything, I've got to replace the head on the shredder here because that crack should not be there. This head has got to the stage of being completely worn out. So this should be a simple fix. Just slide the screwdriver into that hole there. That holds everything in place while you undo it. I never can remember because these are reverse threads, that's it. And that should hopefully just undo from there. There we go, a new one from the box. Why can't everything be that easy? Right, one new strimmer head fitted, let's go give it a try. So there's about 3 years of wear on here. It's actually groove worn on the back here where I've had stuff wrapped around as I've been strimming. And where the cord comes through there, it's worn away the metal protector there to the point it's almost cut through. So yeah, that definitely needed changing. Okay, so the strimmer seems to be working well. So I'm going to go and have a quick break, and after that I'm going to get a rake and start sorting some of this out. So we had some laurel shredded, and it was all dumped up here to kill the weeds, which is the brambles that are still coming back through. But the chickens keep pulling it down onto the path here, and that's killing the grass there and making the path a mess. So yeah, that's my next task. Yeah, let's have a break first. Okay, so that's most of the wood chip away from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on round, because there's a couple more places down there where the chickens have pulled stuff out onto the path, leaves and things. All that at the moment I'm chucking in this bag, which I'll take and put in duck pond, replace the bank where that's washing away. Then once the bag's empty, I'll come back, get this ivy down off these posts and get these brambles out of here. I would like to carry on and get this fence out of here, but unfortunately I've asked the owner a number of times and he goes, no, we don't want it taken away because the kid's trying to climb the bank. It looks awful, but if he says no, so that'll have to stay for now. Right, let's go and get the wood chip from down there. Okay, so the weather's changed a little from the previous clip, because I've actually managed to fill that bag all the way and empty it and fill it halfway again just by going around doing the other little bits. But this was the patch I was talking about. So we had that laurel hedge along there cut, and all the wood chip was shredded and put up onto that bank there, and the chickens kicked it all down onto the path here, so I cleared it all and put it up here behind the fence here. But where the fence stopped, the chickens have kicked it all down and it keeps coming out here as well, so that's going to be a persistent problem, I think. But yeah, so let's get this bit cleared. Final place for today. Now this isn't chickens, this is just leaves that built up. But right, let's get on. Okay, so it's next day and I'm going to get the green stuff out today. So that's this bit looking a little better. So I'll carry on along there in a minute. What I will need to do is, well, is come back and get the hedge trimmer along the top here, because this is a case of short-term gains, long-term losses. So this used to be ivy coming down the fence there and ivy down the bank here. you then had brambles starting to come up through it. We had some laurels shredded, and the owner thought, get rid of the laurels, get rid of the brambles at the same time. So dump the shredded laurel on here to swamp out the brambles. Thing is, it was very good at swamping out the ivy, which actually looked nice, but the brambles went, thank you very much, you've made all this space, and they just carried on and multiplied. So the ivy put all its energy into up there, so now that's all weight on the fence. And where the wood chip came down, assisted by the chickens, it then pushed this fence over even worse than it was before. So that's not just a case of put some new posts in and stand it up. That fence just has to be pulled down, to be honest. But yeah, so work with what you got. So I've pulled the pulled the brambles out now. Put the wood chip back for now. I mean, the chickens will be along later and clear it anyway. If I try and get the hedge trimmer and get that ivy off the top of there, it might encourage it to come back down the fence and come back across here, and that will look so much better. But before I do that, I'm going to carry on over here and try and work out what I'm doing with this mess. Okay, so I'll stop with that bit for now. I'll get the hedge trimmer on that later. I've jumped down onto the river now because I want to take out some of what's along here. So you've got, I believe this is dropwort, which is all growing along here. It's just finished flowering and is going to seed now. And to be honest, there's a bit too much of it along here, so I want to get it out now. Then you can see the plants that are actually underneath it, because we've got things like this, which is a meadow sweet, which is just coming into flower. There's a fluffy white flower of that over there, and you can't really see that because of the dropwort. And that is a much nicer, smaller, compact plant that I'd rather have growing here. So yeah, let's get rid of some of this. Okay, that's better. You can actually see the water going down now. The bank doesn't particularly look like anyone's done anything to it. It still looks wild, which is good, but that's got rid of all the dropwort there. So the stuff on the bank on the other side is absolutely fine to leave. I'm happy with it being over there, because if the seeds drop over there, it's on distance, you can look at it. But on this side, it's getting far too tall for the situation. So I'm going to carry on down, because I think there's another section further down that needs sorting as well. Okay, so this is the final section that I got to do. When I think back to what this looked like earlier in the year, when I took all the branches out from over there, it has really grown in. It's too much now. A lot of this is the dropwort again, so I'm going to clear it out. Mostly on this side, some of them are starting to fall on that side, so I will clear the falling ones. But like I say, over there it's fine, you've got the height, but over here it's blocking the view. You can't see the water that is in underneath this lot. Alright, let's get you on the stand. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do along here. So I don't know if you can see it on the bank on the other side. That is incredibly muddy and I'm sinking in quite a lot. So I don't want to do too much over there because I don't want to damage the plants that are coming up. The dropwort's out now, so they should have more light, so they should be able to get more established. This section here I'm going to leave because although it does look quite wild, it is wild obviously, it's at the right height. So once you're up on the bridge here, you're looking over the top of it and you've got a lovely selection of plants in here. You've got the Montbretia over there, you have got the Campion, which has just finished flowering, the one with the pink flowers there. You have got some of the meadowsweet in there, you've got ferns in there, you have got buttercups in there, you have got this nice grass, tall grass here. So there is a good selection in this. So the few bits of dropwort that are in here are fine, they go with the others, it's a nice mix. Over there it was just getting a little bit of a monoculture of just the dropwort. So there is Himalayan balsam in here, which I will be doing a separate video about, because that is an invasive species in the UK and we're taking steps to try and get rid of that. But like I say, that will be in another video. And I think I'm going to have to end this video here because it is getting quite long. So yeah, I shall see you later.